up, guys? Welcome to the final night of spoilers. It's been pretty fun, pretty cool stuff. We got the kind of the wrap up of it all, the things that weren't shown, didn't make the spoiler posts. So we'll kind of finish it off now. Sometimes you see some cool stuff, sometimes it's just okay stuff. Like I told Colin, like Lorite Seven Disciples was one of the ones that are left to the end like this. Maybe we'll see some cool
it was.
stuff.
So
Also, the Chimera was
the thing that made Fox broken.
Yeah,
So
he's
some
like,
of the-
he's like the most famous example.
So some of the kind of better cards can be dropped off at the end, but I would normally pitch to go pre-order the boxes, but you guys actually bought everything Happy Little Hug Factory had in stock. So if you didn't get it, still keep an eye out because sometimes they'll restock after a few days if their distributor says, "Oh, we have a couple boxes left, and they'll send them some more." But keep an eye out, and if anything, we'll let you know here as well.
Yeah, and it's a cool thing because like I saw a couple posts, people saying they weren't super excited for this set, which I was telling Oscar I don't fully understand because I feel like this set's almost identical to NDR as far as power levels and power cards. But this set for Happy Little Hug Factory, Oscar mentioned, is sold out. It's the biggest selling set Happy Little Hug Factory's ever had. So the hype's definitely there, and so people are buying it. So make sure you guys use this energy to like. If like we're trying to use this energy to maybe try and bring some people into our locals and stuff like that, try and go to your locals and maybe other people in your area are hyped that you just aren't aware of. So.
And then lastly is make sure to keep an eye out Thursday morning. Joey will have his pre-release primer, kind of going over what to look out for when you go to pre-release.
Yeah,
that should be cool. He's ready for it.
Well,
let's go ahead and get into the spoilers.
We'll also have some Teaching Week videos come out this week.
Yeah.
All right.
So. I'll go ahead and start it off here. I can already see the first one here is Barrier of Faith.
Okay.
Oh,
one cost. One cost. Quick cast chant / rune of divinity of 1.
Wow.
Quick cast says prevent all damage you would be dealt by chance until end of turn. Sorry, I've brain farted that pretty hard.
Okay.
Prevent all damage you would be dealt by chance until end of turn.
So a crappy version of the green card we saw. No, it's not bad for white for Divinity 1. Like I said, Divinity 1s are good things to look out for because a lot of times just how math works out, you have one extra card, but only Divinity 1 extra left in your thing, so it's nice to have something to slot in. And that's a pretty decent thing to slot in. I don't think I'd ever run this in my main deck, but it's might be something to look at in your rune deck.
Especially Divinity 1.
Yeah, well, that's the only... If it was anything higher than Divinity 1, I'd probably just ignore this completely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's interesting that I feel like this... I don't know which is better, like the you gain barrier but that's like Divinity 2 or something, isn't it? I don't know.
You gain barrier is pretty much useless because of how many damage cards just say deal damage to your opponent.
Do they?
Yeah,
okay. Well,
all the good ones. Yeah,
I wasn't really sure how many what
yeah,
the ratio.
I prefer this over the other one that you gain barrier for sure. Okay.
Stop some burns. Cool.
Next up, Oscar.
Next up is Card Conscript.
Why am I skipping?
It's 5 costs, 9/14. Resident Fairy Tale, and that's it.
Yeah.
All right. So are they gonna? Go ahead.
I like the artwork on this because it's a nod to the old artwork of the cards that existed during Grim Cluster with the helmets and everything.
That is true.
It is.
They don't have the Resident class of soldier, but they're fairy tales.
They're kids. They're kids, and so the flavor text is like, all right, line up in numerical order. Hey, you there? Can't you count? Like, I feel like it's because they're kids. Can't count.
Maybe that's why they're not soldiers.
But I wonder if we're going to follow the same trend as last time. If you guys remember last time we were going through these, crap ton of 5-drops. And 90% of them were complete and utter crap. And so, Exhibit A. So we'll see if they have this weird fetish for 5 costs again.
I bet a bunch of these are just really bad draft chat.
Yeah.
All right,
we'll find out on the pre-release primer. Next up is
Palace Chef. You want to read it?
Oh, Palace Chef.
I don't mind keeping reading it.
All right, I'll do this one. Palace Chef. It's a 3-cost 7/8 Were-Rabbit. Enter. You gain 600 life. That's a pretty decent limited format card, I feel like.
Decent, yeah.
It's
a solid body.
Yeah, she's making carrots because she's a were-rabbit. She's literally just cutting carrots, it looks like, and putting carrots in different formations on the different plates and has a carrot stew. Oh, that's hilarious. I like it.
So for next card, did we already do the Spirit of Moonlit Nights?
What cost 2/2? Yes, we did. We
Okay.
it.
So the next one up should be the Valkyrie of the Dawn.
All right.
I got it. We'll start switching it off. It is a 4-cost 800 flyer.
I like that art. It's cool art.
Yeah.
That art is really gorgeous. Like
That would have been beautiful
I really,
texture.
I really love the really big handled swords.
Oh, is it common? That's
feels
important.
Yeah, Joey's into that.
What?
Big honest, I just say you like what's her face on Fate's Stay Night. You like Cloud in Final Fantasy and stuff like.
Yeah,
I feel like there's a trend. I mean, to be fair, I like.
No one in Fate's Stay Night has giant swords.
I feel like this sword. What's her face hat? I don't know. It's invisible. It looks big, but
It's not. Big.
Berserker has a big sword. You probably like Berserker.
To
To be fair,
sword's cool.
one of my favorite video game characters growing up was Nightmare in Soul Calibur, and he has a big old sword that has a giant eyeball on it.
Yeah. Okay.
But
okay.
yeah, this is terrible card.
We should keep going.
Okay.
It's bad.
Okay, so next page is a red card. I'll read this one. This is Ladies of the Three Stars.
Oh.
6/5. Taoist. Enter. You may pay 2 red. If you do, search your deck for a card named Ladies of the Three Stars and put it into the field. Then shuffle your
Ooh,
deck.
Joey loves these cards.
He does.
Do I?
Yeah, you love cards that search out other cards to put in the field. You're like, oh man, these are so good.
Oh. It does put it into the field, yeah. Yeah.
And it's an enter effect,
But,
not
I
an
mean,
awakening,
that's
so you could
okay.
chain it over and over again. Technically, it's not like
Oh, if you have
awakenings.
enough will. That's just,
Yeah,
I mean,
but
4 for 2 cards.
Turn 8, you could literally like go.
Assuming you didn't draw in any.
But it kind of reminds me how in these spoilers last time, I believe it was, we got the 3 whatever sisters card that was also terrible, but
yeah.
It was also there.
Yeah. That one was okay.
It was pretty bad.
All right, Oscar, what's next?
The one next to it,
Lady
Lady.
Wings.
Lady
Karakuri
Wings.
Soldier. Is that Kong?
4 cost 9/9. Okay, so maybe they're going for 4 cost terrible cards this time around. It's just a Karakuri, but it looks cool. I like it. Wait, why is this not a machine? Alright, whatever. I don't care.
Next it'll be Sand Soldier.
They do look like
Wait, sand? I heard sand.
Yep, Sand Soldier.
Go, Oscar.
2 costs, 1 red, 1 void, 8/6. Resonator of Sand. At end of battle, if this card attacked or blocked, destroy it. Rune of 3. This card gains +4/+4. So point out 1. We now officially have so far 3 sand resonators, but 2 which can be targeted by I forget his name. Searcher.
The sand god.
Yeah, the sand giant.
Searcher. This seems okay. It's actually not. I don't know. It kills itself if it just.
Yeah, I don't think it's great, but it doesn't have maybe if it had swiftness or something, but the fact that just I guess if it's a 12/10 to drop, it could be good.
The good thing is that it incentivizes your opponent to not block because they don't want they just want to take the damage. They don't want to block because whatever they use to block will probably die, and then so
why?
Well, because if you don't block, you're basically getting free removal by taking 1200 damage. So if you want to,
I see what you're saying.
You don't have to deal with it.
You can eat the damage and then it dies anyways.
Exactly, yeah. So that's okay, but I mean,
yeah. I feel like it's toss up. I feel like I could see people running it, but yeah.
It's like there's a lot of not a lot, but there's a lot of times Magic has creatures that regenerate if you pay 3 or 4 life or so. And so let's say you're fighting and you're blocking somebody and you can pay 4 life to keep your creature and have their creature die, but then you're losing your life. So there's this weird handoff. Mm-hmm.
They're having a meeting.
Okay, what's the next guy?
Alright, Underhanded Assassin is a 3-cost 6/9 human. Whenever this card blocks or is blocked by a resonator, this card gains +4/+4 until end of turn.
Ooh, That's really good.
That's not bad. Yeah, limited, it's great. Outside of limited, it's not terrible for a human.
Yeah, it's solid.
For a common, yeah.
You do wish you could have had like that happens if it attack if you attack into something, then you're still getting the 600 damage.
Yeah.
It's really great as a blocker. And like attacking and getting blocked, but not actually doing a lot of damage.
Yeah. Well,
he's cool though.
You don't want to attack with him. Ideally, you want to leave him up as a blocker. So I don't think that's too much of a worry. Okay. Next up.
Bloodberry.
Oh, weird.
This is cool. I got this. 3 cost, 800, 700. It's a vegetation resonator.
What?
3 and an enter ability. Put target resonator on top of its owner's deck.
Okay.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it. I got all excited. I was like, oh, an awakening card. They're going to do something for Loki. They're like,
I got excited. I was like, vegetation. We haven't seen that in forever.
Yeah. Hey, they're like, hey, Loki, look at this awakening ability. And Loki's like, yeah, let me see like that. Oh, wait. Oh, come on, guys. You're just flipping me off. Come on.
Okay, that was really funny. The thing I don't like most about this, I think, is like if you're just not even like, this is okay in limited. I'd probably think about it, but like imagine playing this in like New Frontiers and like you play Bloodberry, you pay the Awakening, it comes in and then just gets canceled by.
No, I wouldn't cancel it. I would keep the will up. I would let them have a 3-cost bounce. I'll let them have it.
but it bounces to your deck, which is like actually a pretty good tempo, like change. But just the fact that you're paying 3.
All right, what's next?
The next one is Diverse Evolution.
That's cool looking art. It's a 3 cost with Divinity 2, Chance / Rune. You can pay 1 blue less to play this card from Rune area. Target up to X resonators you control, where X is the number of different races among resonators you control. Put a 1/1 counter on the first, then repeat this process for each target past the first, adding a 1/1 counter for each time. For example, put 2 counters on the second, 3 on the third, 4 on the fourth, etc. I feel like there was a way easier way to word this, but so if you have 6 races, then you put 1 counter on 1, 2 counters on the second, 3 on the third, all the way up to 6 counters on the last one. So for 2 costs,
I
1 blue, 1 void.
think this could be solid. It's just you got to have a lot of different dudes.
Hold on. I want to read the flavor text. Become something interesting, Loki.
Do something.
Because just it's like taking all these races and stuff.
Cause it's not bad on like your machine deck and Epic Stories.
Right, but then you're just
you do a Wanderer deck with this and Prokaryotic. No, not Prokaryotic. You do one with this and I guess not Wanderer. New Frontiers has the field card where you gain buff based on how many resonators you have. Which
yeah.
Is that New Frontiers or is that Wanderer?
No, I think it's Wanderer.
Okay. Anyways,
my issue with this is like if you're doing machines or anything, then you just have machines. You don't have like machines.
That's true.
And it's like then you lose the whole point of the card.
Yeah, in my Epic Stories, I have machine, human, and like 1 other. So I have 3 max.
So like, it's still not an awful card though. But.
I think this is obviously Loki's runes. I don't feel like it was meant to be for machine deck.
Well, yeah.
Right.
You brought up machines.
The whole counters.
For Colin in Epic Stories,
right,
which
next
has
card.
other things not machines in it.
Next card.
Alright, next up is Guinevere's Imperial Guard. 3 cost 6/6 with flying.
Alright, terrible. Next card. Machine? Yeah, it's terrible.
3 cost 6/6 with flying. She looks pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I did want to say back on Diverse Evolution. I like how they did do for example, you can't target multiple things with this. Because the whole
yeah.
Okay, so next one,
conflagration.
I'm taking this one because it looks cool. Wheel Drone, 5 cost, 12/9 machine.
Wait, where is it? Where is that?
It's one of the last blue cards. Pay 2 blue, and this card gains flying until end of turn.
Wheel Drone.
5 cost 12/9. It's cool looking. I don't know if that's a good card at all, but it's cool looking.
At
least we got our trash 5 card. Yeah.
That is such a cool looking card.
Machines don't need big 5-cost cards because the amount of counters you should be getting, you just put out low cost that get buffed. So you don't need big things that cost a lot.
So speaking of trash cards, next card up, Ancient Ruins Researcher, 5 cost 9/11, enter draw card. It's a Mimi Tribe.
Huh.
It's still better than like all the other 5 cards.
Yeah, at least it's like, you know what? I'll put that in my limited
I feel like Wheel Drone is probably better than this. Like, I would rather have like a 5 cost come in that can fly over stuff.
It can fly next turn, not this turn, unless you're on turn 7.
It's only gonna attack next turn, anyways.
But you can't block a flyer.
Yeah, you can.
Not unless you're turn 7.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, get out of here. What's next?
Alright, next two I'll let y'all read. One's Guardian Beast of Nature, and the other one's bottom right corner Ninja Students.
You get.
Ooh, I like Guardian Beast art also. 2 cost 6/6 beast. This card gains 100 as long as you control another beast. So 2 drop 7/7 beast. That could be okay inside of a beast running deck. A 2 drop 7/7.
That's not awful at all.
Yeah,
I kind of like that.
Okay, I dig it.
Probably not. I probably wouldn't play it, but it has potential maybe.
What's the next one?
Ninja
Students. It's a 1 cost 400/300 cat ninja with first strike.
What?
And you can pay 3 to put a +100/+100 counter on this card.
Alright, that part's terrible, but that's a pretty decent card. 1 drop for Mimi.
That's really, really good, actually. That's like really good.
Don't worry, guys. They're adjusting. Alright, okay, we'll go. Keep going.
Alright, next up, the last green card, it's Tsunade Brownie Cat Ninja. 2 cost 8/5, Barrier Chant.
Wow, that's really good actually. A 2 drop with 800 attack and barrier?
5? Holy shit, yeah, this is super good. Oh, it's Barrier Chant, okay.
Well, that's still. A 2 cost 8/5 vanilla would have been decent inside of a cat ninja deck.
She's adorable.
Yeah, she's like, meow. But, yeah, interesting.
Actually, I think this is good.
I'm glad we adjusted those power levels.
I like how you are focused on that. I'm just like, we have ladies Tsunade and Jiraiya now, Joey.
And I'll pick Ninja Cat Students.
Alright, next up.
Black-Eyed Angel. That's what it looks like. 5
Ooh,
cost,
hi there.
7, Fallen Angel with flying. There you go, guys. You're like complaining I weren't getting their Fallen Angels. There's another one.
There you go.
She's great.
You get enough of these to fill a whole trash can. Alright.
She's honestly better. She's probably the best 5 cost, I think.
No, I don't think so. No, I think the draw card is more beneficial. Alright.
No.
We're getting a little sketch here, but was Corrupt Teachings one that we've had before?
4 cost are as good as Antarctic. Yes, we did.
Okay. I think Graveyard Vampire, then, is definitely one we haven't had.
Graveyard Vampire. Go ahead.
Graveyard Vampire, 4 cost, 6/7 Vampire, flying. Remove 2 Resonators in your graveyard from the game. This card gains +4/+4 until end of turn. Plays the ability only once per turn.
That's terrible. So at best, you're dropping a 4 cost 10/11, which is what it almost should be to be a decent card. So unless removing Resonators can prove beneficial for some other effect. I like the inverted almost look of this card, though. It has like this sort of weird coloring. It's cool.
Yeah.
All
right. Last 2 on the next page. First one up is Ruins Devil. It's a 4 cost, 10/6 Demon. That's it.
All right. They were into trash 4 costs and 5 costs.
Hold on. Okay. Yeah, this card sucks.
And then the very last card is Spectre of the Abyss. 3 cost, 7/6 Spectre. Flying into your opponent, discards a card.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's it. Oh, I didn't even notice Fitz got up here. Yeah, that's actually pretty decent. A 3 drop with the stats are kind of low, but you get flying and your opponent discarding a card while you get a body on the field. That's not terrible at all.
Yeah.
I like it.
Actually, I like it. Yeah. Spectre wasn't bad.
That's probably the best card we saw right now.
Were those all commons? Did all we get?
I think almost all of it. There might have been an uncommon or 2, but for the rest were commons.
Yeah. Oh, Tsunade was an uncommon.
I was hoping for a secret push, but little bit more disappointing this time around for these last spoilers.
That's fine. I mean, that's kind of what there's kind of what we should have expected. Yeah, nothing too crazy. I don't think.
Yeah, I think we definitely saw the most of it during spoilers.
So, wonder if you play Ninja Student over say Fairy, the 1-cost Fairy, or I'm just trying to think of if they're actually going to be good or not. Because they're not going to really take a slot over the fairies or the pygmy hippos, I don't think.
What? Yeah. Real quick before we get towards the end of the video. So now we've seen all the cards. So how would you guys rate this set? Well, let's compare it to NDR. How do you compare this to NDR? Not including the star decks, the actual booster box.
So first, I will say it looks like it was one uncommon of each color, and then all the rest was commons.
Okay.
And I don't know. I like it. I know there's a few cards, especially leaning on white, and then some that's in green that are really good. So I'm really interested to see kind of how things go. So compared to the last set, let me think about the last set real quick. I'll talk it out.
Real quick.
I'm trying to remember stuff.
Brandon just said that the diverse evolution might be a buff for machines. Because he did point this out, considering that Guinevere is 3 races in 1.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That's a good point, actually. Unfortunately,
exactly what I was talking about.
But
yeah, but see, you still don't get to you still can't target that.
I don't want to get sidetracked with that. I was
right.
Just trying to stroke Oscar a little bit.
I liked NDR better.
You like it?
I mean, I also missed 2 weeks of spoilers, but I tried to catch up on them, but I didn't really think there was that much really cool stuff, except for Astema, the Returnee of Hatred. I think was her.
I think there was a decent amount of cool
awesome
stuff. Yeah.
But there were obviously good cards, and I actually really like the whole way they're doing the Master Rune / chance. I think it's really clever. The way they're putting power into different spots.
Yeah, it's a smart idea.
I don't think they're doing it right, but I think it's a really good idea.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that as a way to because now that you said that, I'm kind of upset. But because when you think about it, it's such a smart idea of hey, because we're wondering what's a good way for them to go on the promise of buffing some decks while not buffing others. And that's a perfect idea. Introduce a chance / Master Rune that they can run 4 of in their deck while still running the Master Rune, and make it so decks that aren't doing well get super strong ones, and the decks that are doing fine get average ones. And that's a perfect way to balance stuff out. And they did the exact opposite. The decks that aren't doing well got okay ones, while the decks that are doing good got great ones.
Yeah, obviously, I want to bring this up. I think, once or twice, last week, but we never really were able. I never really was able to talk it out. But I think it's such a good idea I hope that that's what they meant by where they how to balance power balance power levels, and it's such a good idea too, because they can pick and choose what gets better stuff, and they don't need to be OP, but
no,
just they were so close too, because
they need to just be counters almost.
Right, Arthur's Master Rune isn't even that terrible. It just needs one less cost reduction, and then maybe one little bit of ability, and it would honestly be an actual pretty decent Master Rune.
Well, the problem is it's reliant on your stuff being strong attack and defense. And how do you get machines to have strong attack and defense to make that more viable? You put more counters on them. But if you're putting counters on them, then you might as well play Lancelot, which is a better version of it.
We've
already talked about that, but yeah.
Without blowing up 10 counters, I think it's a really good low cost option. They're just really, it's a really good option. And you can play like Lancelot, play this like this at a 2 cost. I feel like you could just do 700 damage to like anything, you know. Like it doesn't even have to be some big board wipe. It can just be like, okay, deal 500 to this guy and 200 to this guy, and like it's super flexible. It would be really good if they actually like made it balanced. So my issue is that they messed up where they needed to put power into. Like Brunhild didn't need a 1 cost removal like spell.
Yeah,
Hanzo didn't need a 1 cost table flip.
Hanzo didn't need anything.
Like Fuji, I actually think his rune could have been okay if it was just tweaked it just a little bit to where it was actually good.
Problem Fuji needs a lot.
Yeah.
I will say, I mean, to be fair, Jeff did say that I think the next set is like cocaine. So maybe it's cocaine, not like all this more stuff for Hanzo stuff. It's like, oh, all the crazy shit for Fuji and Loki and all that is in the next set, and they're going to be bonkers. In which case, okay, but like, real quick before we get too off track. So you like NDR better? I'd say almost in a sense. If just objectively, if I were to look at the 2 sets, I'd probably say I like them equally. In the lens of what we're just talking about, what we're told as far as power level adjustment and all that, I'm way more disappointed in Strangers. So in that sense, I like NDR better. But I think I like the art overall in Strangers better. I feel like the art, I liked more. There's more pieces of artwork on the cards that I really liked than I had in NDR. So. But I think overall, probably NDR edges out just a bit. But that's also because I'm a little bit disappointed in how some of that stuff was handled. But I think Strangers is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, after looking at it, I do lean more towards NDR as opposed to the set. And it's mostly because there's like little tools here and there that were useful, like not Heteroclast Excalibur, the Erendite. And different things like that helped out. This is still good. It's still really good. It's just if it came down to it, like a 0.5 difference type of thing for me. Like I like NDR a little bit better. But
my other issue is
but I still, like I said, I still like what we saw here. Still excited for everything coming out, and I'm really, I know we shouldn't be curious just so yet, but I'm really curious what Jeff was talking about in his post when he said next set's crazy.
It's also hard for me to like disassociate the whole starter decks with NDR, since like they were coming out all at the same time. So it's like, wait, was the Master Rune in NDR or was it in their starter deck? Like, was Pygmy Hippo? Was Pygmy Hippo in the set, or was it in like Chimimi's deck? So it's hard for me to like separate.
It's in Chimimi's deck.
It's like there's a lot of stuff like that where I'm like, I don't know, but
yeah.
I liked a lot of this, and I liked the idea that we finally kind of get a little hint, and hopefully it's just a hint. Hopefully they have more ideas like this, but like a hint of how they can kind of balance and deal with these like with power levels and stuff.
Yeah, I think we got the full picture of how they can deal with it. And it's a pretty good strategy. The rune deck, the Master Rune / Chance. And they could do stuff like introduce special magic stones. There's a lot of avenues to do support, like make a decent dragon for Fuji. But it's just a matter of they actually do it or implement it correctly instead of like we just talked about.
Because it's like if you look at the Master Rune cycle in this set, we got 5 Master Runes, all of a certain color. It was, I'm probably gonna butcher this. It was Chimimi, Brunhild, Fuji, Arthur, and Lich. And like the 3 guys that needed, so like it's clear to me, I think, and this is what I'm thinking, the next set is going to be the flip side of so the other 5 rulers are going to get their really good Master Runes that are going to be Master Runes / Chance. And so we're going to get Chimimi, Chimimi, Loki, Isis,
you good?
Hades, and then
Hades?
Not Hades.
Yeah.
Lucifer, I mean, and oh my gosh.
He's getting his deities mixed up.
And Adam. And then Adam. So like
Adam. I forgot he's a ruler. Poor guy.
Exactly. So like that should be the next cycle of Master.
Is Adam going to be the new Pandora?
Probably. So it's just like there's really cool stuff that I'm excited for next set, and like seeing what they did here and hoping they, because you also got to think about like how much does R&D change, like how much do they bring it back or bring it forward, like like you can't just see Arthur's mastery and be like, no, oh man, Arthur really sucks right now, we're gonna like buff this way into oblivion, and then you kind of there's a lot of R&D going on that I don't really know about, but
yeah. All right. We'll probably
one other thing I'll point out, and Jeff pointed out, is Vivian as well is machine/fairy, so it's one more race for you on that card.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
But
we'll see.
Anyways, that's it for the night, guys, and that's it for our spoiler season, I guess we can call it. And
it's fun.
We'll see y'all for the next ones. Bye.